And then we do market and research. We found that small business owners need to do their market and their research. Even if you're an existing business, you have to do your research. Because, again, things are changing. Things are just changing. You have to be able to be on top of that. And so we're really blessed to have a couple of marketing research agencies that we work with at SBDC. Our headquarters up in Northern Virginia has provided us with. So the small business owners come to us and say, you know, I really need to find out, is this a market for what I'm doing? Can you do the research for us? So we try to provide that services for you. And as I mentioned, we do the financial packages. We do export assistance. We have an export specialist from Northern Virginia that come down to do workshops and seminars and just kind of give you information on how to export your business. We do retail and restaurant management. We have another consultant that comes down from Northern Virginia. He's an expert in retail management because I have had him in my office several times, and he has gone out. What he does, he comes down, he does a seminar for all the retail businesses in the area, and after he finished the workshop, get this, guys, he actually goes to your shop and he provide a one-on-one. And I sat with him while he does that. He goes into a small business that have retail, and he'll walk in and he'll analyze that office or that inside that place, and he'll come back with what you need to do. Sometimes it's just a simple thing that's changing your work around. Just changing things inside your building, your retail office. And now, I have a client in Petersburg that has a retail business, and she sells fragrances. So when we walked into her shop, it was like all these beautiful clothes. So I'm saying, well, where's the fragrances? So the fragrances was way behind, in the back, behind the counter, but all her clothes was up front. I said, well, what are you selling? She said, fragrances. So, okay, well, let us see that. So those are some of the things that you could do. So, and I know money is tight, but something that's very simple by just going into your retail store and moving certain things around. So when someone come in, they have a pleasant way. They have a pleasant thing. They meet when they meet the office or come into the office, or come into your store. They can say, "Wow, this is a cool store." So those are some of the things that we do. We also help with cash flow management. We have actually she's a CPA. She does consulting work for us. She comes in twice a week. And what she does for us is help you with your projection. Like if you need the budget, you need someone to sit down and kind of help you with the budget of the business. She'll provide that services for you. And then the service that we provide for existing and startup businesses is the same thing, your business plan review. I am so glad this gentleman said he's working on his business plan. You need a business plan. A business plan will take you where you are, tell you where you are, and where you're going to go. And I don't know what the bank will agree with me or not, but I believe that even if you have an existing business, you should do a business plan. Just to go back to see what happened you did 5 years ago. What changes you want to make in this business? What you want to be 2 or 3 years from now? A business plan is just like it says. It's your roadmap. It tells you where you are. It tells you where you're going. And believe you me, I have people that hate writing a business plan. I don't know why, but they don't like to write a plan. It is not that easy. It's not that hard. Sorry, it's not that hard at all. And those are one of the classes that we're going to try to provide. But we don't want to bring the classes here that's something that you already have, that existed already. We want to make sure we bring things here that you need, which is why I'm speaking today. Now, we have also the Women and Minority Certification Referrals, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. We have taxes and record keeping and bookkeeping. We're back to those books and records again. We don't like to deal with that, but we have to deal with it, right? We have to keep up with our books. We have to make sure that our books and things are in order. We have to make sure that you understand your books as well as your CPA. So we try to bring you some classes to provide that. And we also deal with startup issues. And on the next page, you'll see our 2012 class training. I won't go through all of them. But these are classes that we are currently offering now at the SBDC and Creative Plan in the office in Petersburg. And I just want you to kind of take a look at the classes. And if you don't mind, if there's some of those classes that you would like for us to have here, if you all could just maybe circle them right on the back of your PowerPoint and just let me know. You know, if there's other classes that you would like to see that's not here, I'd like to hear that too. And list all the classes. Now, we took these classes because we saw the need in Petersburg for these classes. And then you may look at the classes that says customer service and say, well, how in the world? Why is that there? Customer service is so important. It is so important. It represents who you are. and what you do. And this person, I don't know whether you all know Bobby Walker or not, she does all our customer service classes. She is awesome. She does the pickle. You want to hear that one? She does all our customer service, and she does an excellent job because customer service is important to me. I know it's important to me, and I'm sure it's important to you. Even we've been around for over 20-some years around the SBDC, all over the place as far as the SBDC is concerned. But I still stress the importance of providing good customer service. When people call our office, I want them to feel like they're calling us and they want to continue to use our services. And that's the way you have to do about your business. That's actually what sparks me, because even though a lot of clients call in our office that are startup, everybody to me that calls in our office or who I sit down with has a potential of being successful. And I don't judge based on your first call saying I'm just starting. Everyone has the potential. Everyone should be given a chance. And that's what we have to do with our small business. Now, the next section is going to be, you see all the classes, and I won't go over all of those, but those are some of the classes we do. I do want to highlight one other class we do. We do a 12-hour entrepreneur class in Fort Lee. And what we do is we go out and talk with the soldiers. We have a class I do, starting a small business class. I do a legal class, how to start your business legally. We do financials, and we do bookkeeping and record keeping. We also do how to get financing. And we go on to the post, and we do that. We've been doing that for the last, 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer than that. And we teach a class there to the soldiers, to those soldiers who are coming out of the service and trying to figure out what they're going to do next. So that's a class that we're very excited about. So that's what we do as part of the SBDC. The next section you will see Creator SBDC Partners. We partner, you all heard of Creator Planning District Commission? Okay, good. Okay, we're actually downstairs. And thanks to Denny Morris, we actually have the space. He lets us have the space there, so our office is downstairs. So we work very closely with the Creative Planning District office. And the two offices that we work with, and you see it on the next page, is called the Creative Development Company. It's a gentleman there. Jim McClure has been around for a long time. I'm not sure whether any of you all know Jim McClure or not. But he does the SBA lending. He does 2 loan programs. He does the 504 loan program, and he does the I think it's called RLP program. And the RLP program, they have, he does loans from $50,000 to $500,000, and then the 504 is just $120,000 to over $10 million. And so I'm excited about that. He does those loan programs. We work very, very close together. Mostly we do a lot of the financial packages for his client, and we also help with the business plan. So those are 2 major loan programs that are coming through the SBA. I'm telling you guys, the SBA has, and I'm sure the bank can agree with that, the SBA has the loans now, the interest rates are very, very low. I mean, it's at an all-time low. So he's excited. He just want to make loans. So what he would do is, when I come out here, he would actually, upon your request, if you need to sit down with him, he can come out and really talk to you about his loan programs. I have his contact information on the 3rd page. He's there at Wakefield Street. He's right below me. That's his email address. And then what he's going to do is once we come out here, you all can be able to call and schedule an appointment, and you can schedule an appointment with me or him or any of our other counselors. The next office that's right there in Jim's office is Joanne Tompkins. I'm sure you guys know Joanne Tompkins. She does she's with the Creative Procurement Assistance Center. And she does government contracts. I am so impressed with the services that she provides. I mean, she gives an awesome presentation. And they do so much. I'm just amazed at what's available now that's free. I love the word free. Don't you guys? There is nothing like free, particularly for your business. And what bothers me most is when I have a small business owner come in, and when they first come in and they start their business, they want to get all this new equipment, especially the restaurants, my restaurant clients. They want to buy this and that. I said, what in the world do you need this for? Well, I have to have state-of-the-art. You do not have to have state-of-the-art. You can go to a used place, and I'm sure a lot of the banks have things that are foreclosure you can go to. So the Credit Procurement Office kind of help you with, matching you up with clients. They have fairs there once or twice. I think they have about twice a year. She provides one-on-one counseling, and information and resources are just invaluable. And on top of that, she actually will come down here too for us. So basically, when we're here, if you all need to sit down with her, she provides one-on-one. If you want to come to Petersburg, love to have you there. You can always go there and make an appointment with her and Jim there. The Credit Procurement Office also provides for us, they have, as I mentioned, they have the fairs that brings together small business government buyers. They help you to understand the federal procurement regulations, and you all know that can be really hard, all those regulations and restrictions, they do that. I actually sit in on her person that works in her office, where she would sit down with a client and help them provide bid matching. So if you want to bid on something, she kind of helps you through that process to let you know, okay, what number do you need? You know, what SIC code do you need? So she takes you through that process. Unbelievable the resources that are available.